young, yeah. That's why every chance I get up, I buy me new gun. Ooh, they think I play for a band cause I just got me too drunk. Ooh, keep my chopstick with me, Chinese bitch like Su Young. Oh, these niggas keep making threats, but when they see me don't do nothing. The body ain't leaving a residue. When in DC, I'm ducking the federal. When they see me, they ducking the metal. This shit got a beam, try to rumble.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Here y'all with another video. Top 5 most terrifying killer kid. I don't play with crazy ass kids. I'll kill the shit out one of your kids. They try to fuck with me on some crazy shit. But let's get into this genre. Wait, man.
Top 5 most horrifying killer kids. Murder is the last thing you'd expect a child to do.
Not these
Just like
kids.
adults, there are kids damaged beyond repair as a result
He look
of
crazy right here on the right side.
beyond their control. Sometimes they're even just broken from the start. The next 5 children looked ordinary.
Look at the one at the bottom.
But on the inside there was something sin.
Look at this nigga face at the bottom, the glasses. Look at his face. Why he look like he'll kill you in your sleep? Stab the shit. Stab the shit out you in your sleep. Look at this nigga. You can see that shit in his eyes. Man, I don't play with people kids. Go, alright.
Mr. Lurking. Here are the top 5 most horrifying killer kids.
Play with people kids.
Number 5, Eric Smith. At 13 years old, Eric Smith had thick aviator glasses, tousled red hair, and freckles. He looked like a typical American teen.
No, he don't. What? If I walk past young boy and I see him, I'm gonna be able to tell you crazy. Look at his face. Look how he looking. Gotta fuck. Oh, God, bro. You know what this remind me of though? It's a movie called The Brood. It's with this lady, she had like five sons or some shit like that. And they was ugly as shit, but they killed everybody. Like for some reason, they was weird as shit. And they was dumb strong, so there's nothing you could do. I'm gonna just shoot you. You ain't about to just fuck me up with a knife and no hammer. What? That shit, no, you tripping.
But there was something different about him. At a young age, Eric was prone to explosive anger and violence. As a toddler, he would throw tantrums and bang his head on the floor for no reason. Later on, psychiatrists would diagnose him with intermittent explosive disorder.
What the
fuck? A mental problem causing sufferers to be violent and unpredictable. Add to the fact that Eric was often bullied at school.
Oh.
Became a ticking time bomb. On August 2nd, 19...
See, I understand that, because that's why I don't like bullies, because that's why I be school shootings and all that crazy shit, because you don't know what people going through at home. You don't know how they feel every day, and you fucking with them every day. That shit drawn. Like, you gonna try to fuck you up. Like, that's why I don't like bullies. Like, I would beat the shit out of a bully. Like, I don't like that shit at all. That shit really corny to me. Like,
83, the bomb exploded. Summer camp had started, and 4-year-old Derek Robbie was walking to the park where the camp was held. It was only 2 blocks away from his home with no streets to cross. Eric chanced upon Derek walking alone, and he lured him into the nearby woods, explaining there was a shortcut. Without warning, Eric began strangling the little boy until he fell to the ground unconscious. He then proceeded to pick up 2 large rocks, one after the other, and slam them into his head, resulting in the death of young Derek.
damn.
Eric proceeded to undress the boy and softly.
See, to me, that's nothing but pure anger. Like, I understand he crazy already. But to me, that's pure anger. Like, he was fed up with people fucking with him. So he decided to take that shit out. He shouldn't have said on no little ass kid like this though, but.
Automized him with a tree branch. He rifled through his lunch bag, smashed a banana, and dumped red Kool-Aid over his mutilated face. By 11 a.m., Derek's mother, Doreen, arrived at the park to pick up her son, but was told he didn't arrive. Shortly after, a search operation was underway, and Derek's body was found. 4 days after this, Eric Smith walked into the police station and offered his help with the case. He gave information and asked questions in a somewhat gleeful way. The investigator didn't think much more of it, as it seemed simply like a child who wanted to play cop. That is, until he mentioned seeing Derek from across the street in an open field, which placed him at the crime scene. Eric was also able to describe Derek's clothes, including the lunch bag he had in his hand that day. 7 days after the murder, Smith confessed to killing Derek. He received a maximum jail sentence of 9 years to life, with parole eligibility every 2 years after the first 9 years.
God damn.
He's been denied every parole hearing and remains incarcerated to this day.
See, he fucked his own up, but that seemed like people pushed him to that point. Damn, man, boy. You ain't about to kill me. I would've slapped the shit out your little ass. You got me fucked up.
Number 4, Christopher Pittman. It was 2001, and at just 12 years old, Christopher Pittman was already getting into so much trouble that he decided to run away from home. When he was caught, he was placed in an institutional facility and given the antidepressant drug Paxil. He was then shuffled off to live with his grandparents, and with the new town and new home, there came a new doctor too. The Paxil was working for Chris, but wasn't available, so his new doctor prescribed Zoloft instead. Zoloft is known to induce various side effects in children, including aggression, hallucinations, depression, and delusions. Soon after the switch, Christopher began experiencing severe side effects, including a burning sensation all over his body. It got so bad he required additional pain medication. After his grandparents complained that he still felt the side effects, oddly, his Zoloft dosage was increased from 100 milligrams each day to 200 milligrams.
If the 50 made the side effects like that, why would y'all give him more for it to be worse? Doctors be, that's dumb as shit to me. I don't know what y'all think about that, but that's dumb as shit. Like, you get somebody some shit that's already fucking with him. What?
Christopher's behavior started becoming more erratic. He ended up choking a fellow student after an argument on the bus. Later, he disturbed the individual playing piano inside his church. That night, he got into a fight with his grandfather and received a spanking. Mad with rage, he marched inside his grandparents' bedroom, took out the shotgun which he had been taught to use, and shot both his grandparents. Using paper and candles, he then set the house on fire and took his grandparents' car, their guns, his dog, and $33 and left. Eventually picked up by police later that night, he told the...
He said $33 was gonna get him somewhere. Fuck, you want some snacks? Like, what the fuck? They ain't gonna get you nowhere. He about to grab like a little dime of weed and relax. So you got caught. He want some nut ass shit, that big ass suit. That suit big as shit on him. Back then, people wore big ass clothes, like big ass suit on him though. Damn. You all fucked up. You went to jail like a dickhead.
He had been kidnapped by a man who killed his grandparents. After intense questioning, he eventually confessed to his crimes and even added that his grandparents deserved what they got. His trial centered on the controversial drug Zoloft and the effects it had on children. The doctor who doubled his dosage was never charged for any crime. Currently, Christopher Pittman is still incarcerated and serving a 30-year to life sentence.
God damn.
Number 3, Joshua Phillips. It was November 3rd, 1998, and 8-year-old Maddie Clifton had disappeared.
Oh, I thought that was the boy.
Police and volunteers searched dumpsters in the surrounding woods near her home, hoping to find some sort of clue.
Oh, so they got the gender wrong.
What they didn't know was that Maddie was right across the street from her house the whole time, stuffed underneath a waterbed inside her friend and playmate, 14-year-old Joshua Phillips' bedroom. Josh had no...
See, I would want to know, like, what make people snap like that, even though, like, the first one was he got bullied. But, like, other kids, like, they snap and just start doing crazy ass shit. I don't be understanding that shit. That shit weird as hell. Like, keep your son away from me. Because I will kill... I don't even want to say that. But,
history of violence. He claimed that one afternoon, Maddie came over and invited him to play baseball. Maddie threw the ball, and he hit it, sending it back at her, accidentally hitting her in the eye, causing her to bleed. Panicked, Josh brought her inside his house. Josh's abusive father had a strict no visitors policy, and afraid of what his reaction would be if he found her inside, he dragged Maddie into his bedroom and proceeded to strangle her with a foam cord for 15 minutes.
God damn!
The baseball bat and then stabbed her 11 times. There was no evidence of sexual assault, but Maddie's body was found naked from the waist down. By the time his father had come home, Josh had stuffed Maddie's body underneath his waterbed mattress, and there it sat for several days decomposing. Police began the search party, and after days of turning up empty, they decided to call it off. 7 days after Maddie's disappearance, Josh's mom, Missy Phillips, was cleaning his bedroom when she noticed a wet spot on the floor and thought his waterbed was leaking. She lifted up the mattress to try and locate the leak, and that's when she discovered Maddie's body. In horror, she ran next door and called the police. Josh was arrested at school that day. He confessed to killing Maddie, explaining the fear of his abusive father's reaction as the motive for murdering the little girl. In 1999, Joshua Phillips was convicted of first-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison without the eligibility for parole.
Damn.
Number 2,
he was,
Cindy and Shirley.
He was that scared of his fucking pop? Like, damn. Yeah, I'm just not scared or nothing. Like, I don't care who you bleed just like me, man. You're not about to put no fear in my heart. Like, I don't pop, no pop, nigga in the street. I don't care who you is. Like, if you bleed like me, ain't no fucking alien, bro, I'm not scared of you, bro. That shit crazy.
15-year-old Cindy Collier and 14-year-old Shirley Wolf had a history of abuse and brush-ins with the law. Cindy was abused her whole life and raped before she turned 10.
Damn.
By the time she was 15, her rap sheet included theft, burglary, drug abuse, and assault. Shirley also had a similar disruptive past. Her own...
Why are we Shirley fat, bro? That sounds a little like fucked up, but every Shirley I heard of or every Shirley I seen was fat. Like, what's up with that name? Was like a fat person name. Like, I don't know. No disrespect to my fat people that's gonna be, you mean, that's gonna see this shit, but that shit fucked up. Every Shirley I know fat as hell.
Her father, uncle, and fraternal grandfather had sexually abused her from the time she was an infant. By the time she was 6, she ran away from home several times until eventually authorities took notice and her father was arrested for the abuse. After he was convicted, she was sent into various foster homes and detention centers. After meeting only 8 hours before at a bus stop, the girls bonded over their mutual life circumstances and decided they would run away together. They spent time hatching a plan, which involved killing a stranger, then stealing their car. Both girls dyed their hair as a feeble attempt at disguising themselves and went around Cindy's old neighborhood, Auburn Greens in California. They began knocking on doors, and while the majority didn't let them inside their home, finally, one elderly woman did. Anna Brackett, an 85-year-old with grandkids of her own, allowed them in. The girls asked to use the phone, and they chatted with the victim for about an hour. At some point, Anna answered a phone call from her son, who was en route to drive her off to a bingo game. Knowing they had little time, the girls attacked. Cindy grabbed a knife, tossed it to Shirley, who immediately began stabbing Brackett in the back over and over again. Anna begged for her life, but the girls kept going until she was dead. After the kill, the girls ransacked the place, looked for cash, and grabbed 2 keys from the counter. The keys they took were the wrong ones for the 1970 Dodge in the garage, and so the girls ran on foot near Highway 49. Oddly enough, Carl Brackett, the son of the victim, saw the 2 girls while he was on his way to his mother's home. Once he got there, he discovered the grisly scene. Eyewitnesses event.
Y'all fucked up right there. Y'all took the wrong keys. On some real shit, they could have got away. If they would have took the right keys, but then again, you don't never know they had like a track on the car or nothing, but if they would have took the right keys, most likely they would have got away if they would have like feed the city. But whatever. Y'all dickheads.
Eventually came forward, which led to the girls becoming suspects. Once confronted by police, Shirley immediately admitted to the crime, while Cindy didn't say anything. During interrogation, Cindy was confronted with Shirley's confession, and she began to laugh. She then said, "To honestly tell you the truth, we didn't feel any badness. Then after we did it, we wanted to do another one. We just wanted to kill someone, just for fun."
Damn.
Both girls were convicted of the crime, with
This is
Cindy
crazy.
serving a maximum of 9 years for a juvenile. She was then paroled in 1992 and has had no further run-ins with the law. As for Wolf, she was freed on June 30th, 1995, and has been arrested several times since for petty crimes.
Damn. Whoa. They only got 9 fucking years, bro. 9 years. So let somebody like me do some shit like that. How much time do you think I'm gonna get? Let me know how much time you think I'm gonna get for some shit like that. That's crazy.
Tyler Hadley. July 16th, 2011. Everyone at school could tell it was going to be a big party. 17-year-old Tyler Hadley from Port St. Lucie, Florida, kept telling his friends he'd be throwing a rager, but no one thought it would happen. He'd been getting in trouble lately, and as a result, his parents were being extra strict with him. But Tyler had no intentions of letting his parents get in the way of his fun. Around 5 p.m., several hours before the party, Tyler popped some ecstasy, grabbed a hammer from the garage, and marched inside his family room where his mom, Mary Jo, was on the computer working. Tyler stood behind her, and as she turned to face him, he struck her on top of the head. Hearing her screams, Tyler's dad, Blake, came rushing into the room. When Blake asked why he was doing this, Tyler's only reply was, "Why the hell not?" He then bludgeoned his father to death, finished off his mother, and dragged their bodies to their bedroom, where he began piling clothes and furniture on top of them. He locked the bedroom door and cleaned for about 3 hours, just in time for his guests to arrive. By 11 p.m., the party was in full swing. Close to 60 kids were inside the house that night. They were playing beer pong, stuffing cigarettes everywhere, smashing bottles, and trashing the house. A few of them later recalled sitting down at the computer, taking turns playing songs on YouTube, and noticing a brown, sticky substance which they assumed to be Coke or beer. Later on, it was found to be Mary Jo's blood, which Tyler had tried to get rid of using coffee granules. The party kept going while Tyler's behavior bogged from panicky to gleeful. At some point, he told his best friend what happened, detailing how he killed his parents, even showing him a bloody footprint in the garage before ultimately revealing their bodies in the bedroom. By 4:40 a.m., the police arrived. His friend Michael Mandel had called Crime Stoppers to report the murder, and Tyler was arrested when the police discovered the horrifying sight. Tyler's explanations for the crime varied. First, he blamed the medications he was taking, then said his father was not his real dad, and insinuated he was physically abusive. Neither of these were true. Finally, he admitted that it was because he wanted to throw a party, but knew his parents would object to it. Tyler Hadley was originally charged with first-degree murder and sentenced to life with no chance of parole. But as of 2016, his case will be open for resentencing due to the Supreme Court 2012 ruling that barred minors from receiving life imprisonment.
You can still see kind of crazy. Look at his fucking eye. He's smirking like, yeah, I'm about to get out this bitch. Look at this nigga, man. They need to keep him in there, John. He killed the parents because he... Well, why didn't he throw that at somebody else's house? Crazy.
Without parole. So those were the top 5 most horrifying
Crazy ass kids, man.
Whether these children were a product of their environment,
The craziest one to me is still the boy with the glasses.
or perhaps a mix of both, the thought that a young person can commit such a
You remind me of
terrible
Chucky.
act like murdering is truly disturbing. Let us know which case you found the most horrifying in the comments below.
Damn.
And if you like this video, please remember to subscribe to our channel, and each week we promise to give you a new scary mystery to watch.
Alright, whatever, shut up. But that'll do it, yo. That shit was kind of crazy. Like, you killing your parents and killing people for no reason. Other than getting bullied, I accept that. Like, you were pushed over the edge. But let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know the comment down below. What else you want to see? Hit me on Instagram. It's gonna be in the bottom, probably right next to the video. And the link gonna be in the bio too. And I'm out.